Hello everyone, my name is Lightning Gameroid, and today we are going to be talking about Squid Game. Now before I get into it, let me warn you, there are going to be potentially a lot of spoilers to Squid Game, so if you don't want to get spoiled, then click off this video, watch Squid Game, and then come back here and we'll discuss. I'll give you all the time you need to click off. I mean, by the time that I'm still talking, you're probably not even watching the video anymore to watch Squid Game. But if you've already seen it or you don't even care about spoilers, stick around. Now, keep in mind, this is not going to be my review on Squid Game. It's just a video about how I think I would do in the Squid Games if I were to ever play in the Squid Games. So let's begin. What is Squid Game exactly? Well, it is a Korean horror series which is very popular right now. It can be found on Netflix, but it is very popular. It is trending worldwide. Like, Twitter's talking about it. There are even a bunch of Roblox games with like an interactive Squid Game, which I have actually played. It's pretty fun, I guess. But yeah, I mean, my thoughts on Squid Game personally, I don't know. I mean, it's a fun series, but at the same time, I also kind of hate it because of what they do in the show. Like, what they do to all the players if they lose. Yeah, basically... Okay, so what is Squid Game about? There are all these people from Korea, North or South, but probably South Korea. And they are, like, millions of won in debt. Won is the Korean currency. They're basically buried in a huge pile of debt that is nearly impossible to pay off. So they are sent to this island in the middle of nowhere, run by all these guards with pink hoodies and masks with shapes on their faces. And they're basically supposed to compete in 6 different games with the winning prize of over like billions of won. And if you survive all the games, you win. But if you get eliminated, you die. But don't worry though, like, they don't actually die in real life. This is just a show. It's a horror series. I mean, I'm not really that into horror and such. I mean, horror is not my kind of genre. Not that I think it's scary. It's just... I'm just not really interested. I think it's boring. I mean, I know. Like, it's supposed to give us goosebumps and make us scream like, oh my, whoa. But it's basically the same thing. We know what happens. Someone's going to get murdered. We know how horror movies go. Anyway, this is not going to be my review on Squid Game. I'm just going to basically talk about all the Squid Games and how I think I would do. But first, let's start with the pre-Squid game, Dokji, where basically you have an origami thing and you just slam it on the floor and try and flip someone's Dokji over. And if you manage to flip over their Dokji, you get to slap them. Except the slap was basically... like, you could either get slapped or pay 100,000 won for gambling, basically. Anyway, how would I do in the Dokji game? Depends. It's kind of luck-based. Like, you either... I don't know. I'm not sure if it could be luck-based or skill-based. But I think it would be fun. As long as I'm not betting too much money on it. I just want to do it for fun, you know? Anyway, now we actually get to the Squid Games. So the first game of the Squid Games is Red Light, Green Light. I mean, you've probably played Red Light, Green Light when you were little. I've probably played it. I've seen it before. Basically, if someone if someone shouts red light, you stop. And if you move after you say red light, you're out. But you can only move when they say green light. But this really got the adrenaline rush going. So how would I do in red light, green light? Well, I do have a pretty good reaction time. I really shouldn't go too fast. I mean, we're given 5 minutes to cross the finish line. I'd probably be able to make it in time. So I'm pretty much prepared for when it says red light. Plus, I think you get like 1 second to stop. Although you kind of do have to stand very still. But I'd probably dominate at that one, actually. Just the thought that we're being surrounded by dead bodies and thought that if we lose, we die. Not sure how I feel about that. So yeah, either way, I'd probably dominate at red light, green light. Second game is sugar honeycomb. We basically have cookies with 4 different shapes. There's a circle, a triangle, a star, and an umbrella. Well, first of all, don't go for the umbrella. Umbrella's the hardest one. Which one would I go for? Probably the triangle. The triangle is the easiest. Basically, what you have to do in that game is cut out the shape without breaking the shape on the inside. And you're given a time limit, of course. But I probably maybe take the needle, just cut it out a little bit, and then just break off the edges. Simple as that. But yeah, triangle is probably the easiest one. So I probably do alright in that one. So the next game we're going to be talking about is Tug of War. Basically know what Tug of War is. You got one group of people on one side, one group of people on the other side, basically pulling a rope, trying to get one group to fall in the center. I mean, how strong would I be? I guess I'm pretty strong. I did used to go to a gym a lot when I was in high school. I do carry a lot of things, so I'd probably be good at that one. Plus, I'd have another group of people who are probably stronger than me. So I'd probably survive that one. So the next game we have is marbles. Basically, the objective there is to basically make sure you don't wager away all your marbles. You're given 10 marbles each. You have to pick a partner. I mean, you can basically do it any way. You can do odd or even. You can guess how many marbles your partner has. You can do whatever to wager your marbles. And if you run out, you lose. I don't know about that one. I mean, if I do the odd or even thing, it could all be luck-based. So, I don't know. Probably won't be lasting too much longer in that one. Or I could find another way to play marbles and actually have a strategy to make sure I don't wager away all my marbles, basically. I mean, it depends on what I'd be doing. So yeah. The next game, we got Glass Bridge, where basically there's a set of glass panes on the left, a set of glass panes on the right, but one glass pane on each step of the bridge is faulty, and one person who stands on it will fall to their death. But this kind of reminds me of these horrible sections and obbies where you have to find the right path. And I really don't like these kinds of obby sections. Because every time, like in these obbies, there's red, blue, yellow, green. Okay, I'll go for the green one. It's not the right one. I'll go for the red one. It's still not the right one. I guess it's blue. Nope, not the right one. It was yellow. I always get on the last one, apparently. So I don't know how well I would do. But in the show, you basically get to pick a number, 1 through 16. The lower the number, but if you pick 1, you go first. But if you choose 16, you go last. I would pick 16 because I'm not taking any chances. No. I mean, they don't even tell you where you would start. For all I know, you could pick 16 and still go first. I probably wouldn't do too well in that one. But in the show, there is a player who is a glass manufacturer, and he was able to tell which ones were the faulty ones, but the squid guards realized it, so they dimmed the lights to make it hard to tell. I mean, me personally, I would probably find something that might look sus on one of the glass panes, even though they both kind of look alike. Like I said with the obbies, you got a left path and a right path. One could be solid, but one could be hollow. You'll fall right through it. So, don't even know from there. But I probably wouldn't do too well with this one. It's a luck-based one. So, no. Nope. I probably wouldn't be able to do it. And then the last game is the Squid Game. They were basically, I don't remember the exact rules. I've only seen it once. And it just basically involves roughhousing. Although if I did play something similar to that in real life, I wouldn't use actual weapons. But I don't know. How well would I do? I can't just close it off right there and say, let's just say, probably wouldn't do too well. At the same time, I'd probably be good at it. So that's basically the Squid Games. So I'd probably make it up as far as the glass bridge game, but I'd probably lose after the glass bridge game. So yeah, no. But in episode 2, they go with the third consent clause. Oh yeah, the consent clauses. The first consent clause is if you break the rules of any games, you're eliminated. Second consent clause, if you refuse to play a game, you're eliminated. But the third consent clause is the games may terminate if the majority agrees to end the games. I probably would have ended the games right there and never come back. No, just nope. I wouldn't risk my life. I mean, either way, I had to be in huge debt to even play in the Squid Games. I really don't think it's worth risking my life. But at the same time, I would probably rather be put out of my misery if I was in that huge of debt. But at the same time, though, like, the bank or whatever that I owe all that money to would probably never get all the money I owe anyway, because I'd be dead. So anyway, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know down in the comments below how well you think you would do in the Squid Games. But yeah, just Squid Game. I like it, but at the same time, I hate it. It definitely does deserve all the popularity. It definitely does deserve all the trend it's getting. So yeah. So I figured maybe I should do a video talking about Squid Game and my thoughts on it. So there you go. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in my next video. And just remember, tomorrow, it's probably not going to be tomorrow. For all I know, it could be March of 2024 if you're watching this. But by the time I'm uploading this tomorrow, I am doing a live stream. And I am going to be live streaming the Halloween event for Ghost Simulator. You can go check that out. So please tune in. I'm going to be streaming at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Just remember that, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Which means if you're in California, then my live stream will be at 6 p.m. Pacific Time. If you live in England, it'll be 2 a.m. that local time zone, basically. Yeah. So 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you live in New York, Florida, Pennsylvania, it's still 9 p.m. So yeah, tomorrow 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I am live streaming the Halloween event for Ghost Simulator. I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.